Welcome to Tiny Rails, the casual, fun little train-based game where you take your train around the world and complete various quests, pick up passengers, drop them off, buy various bits of cargo, collect train cars, and generally have an enjoyable casual time. This should be episode 30 if I've got the numbering right, and I'm going somewhere new in this episode. Hopefully, my train should be coming into Tangier, which it is. We are now going to Africa West, as the area is known. I am now in this area down here. I don't know where I'll go next. I think I'll head down to Agadir. I'll set that as the place to go. No particular reason. What's the market like in Tangier? Okay, apparently it wants nuts. I don't have any of those. But stuff is cheap down here. Very cheap, to be honest. So I'll just buy it all. It's almost filled up my train, but I'll buy it all anyway. And head off to the next spot, wherever that is. And, okay, I still have the checklist for Europe South, which I'm no longer in. So let me get the checklist for Africa West. Okay, I've got to serve 2,000 passengers, travel 46,603 miles, buy or upgrade 100 Africa West train stations, travel to 70 cities, buy 1,500 Africa West cargo, and I've already collected 100,000 in gold in Africa, or 100,000 in gold total. So the next train station I'm coming into, I'll buy because it's cheap. Casablanca is slightly more expensive. I'll buy and upgrade that one because it cost me 1,500 in total. So anything that's 1,000 or under, I will happily buy at this point. Looks like I'm coming into another station. Rabat. Got a cargo demand of oil. I don't have any of that, and much as I'll buy the peanuts for no other reason than I'm sure somebody wants peanuts. And I'll head to Casablanca next, and I'll go back to buying train stations for whatever cheap prices I can. Train stations are apparently cheap in this part of the world. There again, I do have to buy 100 of them, buy or upgrade 100 of them. So let me buy the cheap ones while I've got the money. I'm coming into another train station. Just going on a buying spree of train stations right now. I can afford it, but I don't want to spend that much money. Okay, that's all the train stations I'm currently going to buy, which is a total of 27 out of the 100 that I want in total. Here we are in good old Casablanca. Play it again, Sam. Again, stuff in Africa is cheap. I am curious, in Europe South, one of my tasks is to upgrade 5 train cars. I'm wondering if, whilst I'm in Africa West, if I upgrade a train car, it counts for Europe South. But, I'll say the level up cars. So, when one of these cars reaches its upgrade point, its level up point, I will upgrade one and see if it actually counts towards the total in Europe South. If it doesn't, then I will wait to upgrade the others until I get back to Europe South. If it does, wonderful, I can complete that Europe South task whilst in Africa. It seems a bit quirky, but I will happily take advantage of that quirk if it exists. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of this town that I'm coming into. Looks like the train needs a bit of a clean and a repair. And the market wants fish. I don't have any of those. This doesn't have much, by the way, for sale. Nothing I've got will make a profit. So, straight on to wherever I'm going next. Agadir. Agadir? Agadoo? What's the name of the band that sang that? Black Lace sang the song Agadoo. If you're English, you'll know that. I don't know if it got on the charts anywhere else in the world because it was quirkily English and one of those strange, I wouldn't say comedy numbers, but I can't call them a one-hit wonder band because they had more than one hit in England. They were world famous in England. Excuse me. Oh, I completed a job. Always nice. That gets me a few more thousand. Completed that job too. Any others? And that job. Any more for any more? Okay, looks like I can get 3 more jobs. I'll take that one. It looks like Africa West with all its stations quite so close together. It's a really good place to work on Lance's experience. Hey, I'm Tim. I work on Mr. Higgs' repair team. As we travel, we may run across sections of railway that need to be built. Okay. You can build new tracks by selecting the hammer icon. Alright. Building a track will normally cost some gold. Grandpa's agreed to cover the cost of this first build though. Now select the buy button to instantly build the railroads. Okay, the buy button is apparently over here. I can't see it. Great work. We'll find some station sites that require building too. Let's talk about those once we find one. So it looks like in Africa West I get to build railroad and stations. Okay, this one's... oh, peanuts. I have 1 peanuts. I'm not going to buy anything else. And... okay, so... okay, that's where the build button comes from. Cost of 5,000. Just curious. Okay. Then I'd need to gather resources to build this station here. I assume these other stations as well. But I have to build the track to them equally to connect up this part. Oh, Africa West goes down here. Africa West is a very big area. So in theory, I can actually buy these stations down here to count towards my Africa West stations. The ones that actually exist. I didn't realise these places existed. That's in... oh, okay. For a second I thought it was Zimbabwe. That need to be built. These stations exist. Yes, this is costing me a fair chunk of money. But it is also going towards my goal of the 100 station buy or upgrades that I need. Almost out of money. I don't have 5,000 left. Well, that should have got me a load more stations closer to that goal. I'm almost halfway there. So, where do I want to go next? Let's head out of where I currently am. Let's head over to there. I don't care how I get there. I've got any gold in the caboose. Oh yes, a few thousand. Something in the way. Still Still stuck on that checklist. I wonder if that's Europe. What's that one? That's Alaska. That's Europe. And that's North America, I think. Yep. Yep, there's nothing I can do to get the quest map for Africa West up at this point. Like I say, I just figured I'd travel around Africa West because it was different. I can't pronounce the name of most of the stations. Segura seems to be the next one. Couldn't tell you what country MA stands for, but complete another job, which helps with the cash flow. Complete another job, which helps with experience for lands. I'll accept that job. It helps with the cash flow. Wants whatever that is. I don't have any of, nor do I have a lot of space in my car. And nothing in my car really is going to sell particularly well. So I'm really not doing well for playing with the cargo in Africa West. But it's nice to go somewhere different. As I try and get my gold reserves back up. And as I say, it doesn't hurt to go somewhere different whilst I'm struggling to complete Europe South because I need to wait for my carriages to be upgradable. Which I'm sure find out whether or not upgrading them down while I'm in Africa will work shortly. But it's different architecture, which I think is kind of nice. This wants holy water. I've got a load of holy water. You can have the holy water. Thank you very much. You've managed to fill our resource quota. Please accept this humble gift from our people. Here's 1,000 gold. That's freed up some space in my train. So I'll buy the black roof tiles as well. They're cheap. They're probably used for building stations. We go to Ruafa. And I have completed a job. Except another job for lands. Oh, I've got room for another job. Oh, I could do that as well. Yeah. So a plane flying across. Grab the free cargo. Ah, right. Now, okay, it's going to cost a bit of money. If I level up this car, I'm curious whether it will count towards the Europe South leveling up of cars or not. So I'm about to find out. It was previously 2 of 5, now it's 3 of 5. So I can level up my cars whilst in Africa, and it counts towards the Europe South goal. That's nice to know. No, it didn't tell me I'd completed a job. I heard the noise that sounded like it completed a job. Right. Buy black roof tile cargo from Africa West. Might as well take that one. Because it appears to be a... Okay, apparently it's not as prevalent as I thought it was. There does appear to be black roof tile cargo in Africa West, because I found a bit of it so far. Now we'll just let the train go where it feels like right now. Wherever the next station is on the... Yep, this one. And then we'll tell it to go out this way. Because why not? It's nice to know that I can upgrade my train cars down in Africa. Excuse me. And it counts towards the Europe South goal. I'm still going to have to do another 800 miles in Europe South to complete that task. And again, I'm going to let my train randomly wander around the world shortly, so maybe it will go through Europe South and get those miles as well. I don't know where my train is going to end up. Any black roof tiles? There is a black roof tile here. So I'll buy that. I want pizza down here. I'll buy the steel. Go on to Oran. Oran. That's one of those pronunciation things. Whereas the English, for example, pronounce it Iran and Iraq. The Americans pronounce it Iran and Iraq. They focus on the first letter, whereas the English do not. So you can have a four-letter word, like, or four-letter country name, like Iran and Iraq, which are pronounced two entirely different ways. So I imagine that the Americans probably pronounce that Oran, and the Europeans or the English pronounce it Oran. Okay, that's a new cargo demand, a type of something I've never seen before. I can sell cab, I can sell a lot of stuff at profit here. I really don't need to keep the black roof tiles. Or the trout. Or the water. The reason I'm saying that is I want the steel. Yep, that will do for this town. Have I completed any more jobs recently? Oh, I completed another one there. Let's have another job for Lance. Tioret. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of the next town. Like I say, I'm terrible at pronunciation. But I just wanted to have a wander through Africa West while it was available and I was near it. So I'm saying a lot of names of things I probably am pronouncing horribly wrong. Let's see. A few thousand in the caboose to spare. More coming in. That was the one I've just upgraded. These aren't that far off. Anything going to make it to be upgraded? That's not too bad. That's about the same. Okay. Okay, I've got a bit of salt for you. No black roof tiles? No? Well, I'll take your trout instead then. And go on to Algiers, which is in Algeria, which I'm guessing Tioret is in. Okay, that's a monument and a half. Memorial du Martyr. I'm guessing that's from the French something to do with the French-Algerian War. Good old days when the OAS rebelled and Charles de Gaulle was president, and I forget many of the details that I once knew, but the French Foreign Legion, some of it rebelled, and all sorts of wonderful stuff that happened with France, but they fought a vicious war in Algeria for quite a while. A vicious civil war. Back, I'm guessing, the 60s, 1960s somewhere? Yes. Before I was on the planet, but I have read bits and pieces. completing a couple more jobs, which means I can accept a couple of jobs. And see what the market is like in Algeria. Okay, I don't know what that vegetable or plant is they have a demand for, but I don't have any of it. And so I might like to buy the carrot and the trout because it's cheap. I have nowhere to store it. So, okay, I'm going to Warje-Boo. Not sure how you pronounce that either, but that's where I'm going. Still apparently in Algeria. This time is moving on. Where am I on the map? Okay, well I'm going to keep going until I get to El Kef. And then I will stop and not set a destination. Okay, this one's something else. And I don't have anything to sell. So we'll now head to GGL. Again, terrible with the pronunciation. But, just seeing how well I'm doing. Oh, out of the 46,000 miles it wants me to travel in Africa West, I'm not even quite close to 2,000 so far. I have visited 13 out of 70 African cities. Of course, I can't visit the same ones over and over, because that doesn't count. It needs to be 70 separate cities, which basically means pretty much I'm guessing every city in, or every station in Africa West, including those that I'm going to have to build. Okay, another cargo demand for something I haven't got, but I can make a profit on the cabbages. So I'll sell the cabbages, and I'll buy the flour because it's cheap. Or some of the flour. And we're now going to Constantine. I've only had one photo opportunity in Africa so far. Bit of a disappointment. I thought there'd be more. There again, I'm assuming that, check the map, this area, whatever that area is, Africa East, probably has more photo opportunities. Now I'm assuming Egypt is in that bit, as well as, so that will mean photographs of the pyramids and whatever else is historical in that region. I'm guessing there's possibly more photo opportunities in that region of the world than there are in the one I'm currently in. Okay, this one's something else. I don't have any idea what it is. I could get more information on it, but I'm not going to bother because this is just a side trip. I have completed the job. And I don't want to do any of those jobs. That one. If we go to Ann Arbor, I'll go with Ann Arbor, which is a short distance up the track. Kind of nice how everything is such a short distance away in Africa West. Makes a change from all the long distances I was going through in Canada and the USA and even some around Spain. Okay, again, the food, I have no idea what it wants. We'll sell the trout for a profit. Pick up the salt and the black roof tiles, because that's what I'm looking for. Or one of the things I'm looking for. Okay, and finally onto El Kef. At which point I will end the episode after this quick exploration of Africa West. and not set a destination and allow the train to just next time appear randomly wherever it feels like having travelled to, anywhere in the world that is currently accessed. It could end up in Mexico, Alaska, Canada, the USA, Europe, could still be in Africa. But we'll have many hours to travel around and move passengers. Okay, take the black roof tile. Oh great, I sold the trout in the last station. There's nothing else that it wants here. I'll buy the flour. Type of thing that might be, oh, steel and peanuts. Okay. Well, send it in the general direction of Tunis, but that's where I'm going to end the episode. After a nice, gentle exploration of Africa West. Hopefully you found that different or interesting, or if you haven't seen Africa West before, it was something new for you. And hopefully I will see you down the track for more of Tiny Rails in the near future. Cheerio!